It's December, and if you're like most salon and suite owners that I talk to, you're looking back at 2025 and maybe asking yourself one question: why don't I have more to show for how hard I worked? You showed up, you filled your books, you gave everything to your clients, and yet your bank account doesn't reflect the year that you just had. And so if this is you, here's what I want you to know. It's not because you didn't work hard enough, it's not because you're bad with money, and it's not because you need to add more services or more hours. It's because you've been undercharging, and that decision has been quietly bleeding you dry all year long. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the actual math of what undercharging cost you in 2025. Not theory, just math, real numbers, real impact. And then I'm gonna ask you one question: what would you have done with an additional $36,000 this year? Because that's what's at stake. So let's dig in. I want to introduce you to Sarah. Sarah's not a real client, but she's a composite of at least a dozen stylists that I've worked with in 2025. And here's Sarah's situation. She's been behind the chair for over 10 years. She works in a suite, full autonomy, no employees. She sees about 15 clients per week, and her average service price is about $200. She works 48 weeks a year because she takes time off for holidays in life. Sarah is great. Her work is beautiful. Her clients love her. She's never late. She's professional. She invests in education. And by every measure, Sarah is a successful stylist. But here's the problem. Sarah has been charging $200 for the last 3 years. She set that price when she first went independent, and she's been too scared to raise it. She tells herself, my clients can't afford more. I don't want to lose anyone. I'll raise my prices once I'm more confident. Does this sound familiar? Now, let's look at what Sarah should be charging based on her experience, skill level, and the premium service she provides. At least $250 per service. Not because she's greedy, not because she wants to price people out, but because that's actually what her time, expertise, and results are actually worth. So let's do the math. Okay, here we go. Sarah's current reality at $200 a service. Sarah charges $200 for a single process color and a blow dry. She sees 15 clients per week and works 48 weeks a year. So here's what that looks like. 15 clients a week at $200 a service equals $3,000 a week. $3,000 a week times 48 weeks a year is on average $144,000 a year. Not bad. $144,000 sounds like a lot of money, but here's the problem. Sarah set that $200 price point 3 years ago when she first went independent and was grateful for anybody who followed her, but she hasn't raised it since. And now she's feeling stuck. She's more skilled, more experienced, more confident, but her pricing still reflects the version of her that was just trying to fill her books 3 years ago. So here's what I would tell Sarah. You don't need to jump to $300 overnight, but you do need to start moving, because let's say we raise that single process color and blowout to $250. That's a $50 increase, which feels much more doable than $100, right? So let's watch what happens when we just do the math. Sarah's new reality at $250 a service, 15 clients a week times $250 a service is $3,750 USD a week. $3,750 USD a week times 48 weeks in a year is $180,000 a year. Now let's do the subtraction. 180 minus 144 is $36,000. So like, you get that, right? Like, Sarah just made an extra $36,000 this year by raising her prices $50 a service. Same clients, same hours, same work, $36K more. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ashley, if I raise my prices by $50, I'm gonna lose my clients. I won't have 15 clients a week anymore. So let's just be realistic. Let's account for that. So let's say Sarah raises her prices to $250 for a single process color and a blow dry, and she ends up with 2 fewer weekly bookings because some clients drop off or naturally have fewer appointments. So now she's only seeing 13 a week instead of 15. So here's what that looks like. Sarah's reality after losing 2 clients at $250 a service, 13 clients a week at $250 a service equals $3,250 a week. $3,250 a week times 48 weeks in a year equals $156,000 a year. So even after losing 2 clients a week, Sarah is still making $12,000 more per year than she was at $200, and she's working less. Let me say that again. She's making $12K more, and she has 2 extra appointment slots every week to rest, take a class, see higher ticket clients, or just breathe. And this is the part that I really think that most stylists just miss in the day-to-day. They don't calculate. They think, if I'm gonna lose clients, I lose money. But the math does not support that fear. Even if you lose a couple clients, you still come out ahead and you free up time and energy in the process. And here's what actually happens in real life. Most of the time, you don't lose anybody. The clients who were gonna leave over $50, they were already one foot out the door. The clients who value, respect you, and see the transformation you create, they stay, and they're actually happy to pay. Now, let's zoom out even further because this is super fun. Sarah has been charging $200 for over 3 years. If she had raised her prices to $250 3 years ago, here's what she would have earned. At year 1 at $250, she would have made 180 grand. Year 2, 180 grand. Year 3, 180 grand. So over 3 years, $540,000, over $500,000. But here's what she actually made. Year 1, 144,000. Year 2, 144K. Year 3, 144K. Over 3 years, $432,000. The difference is $108,000. So Sarah left over $100,000 on the table in the last 3 years. Not because she wasn't good enough, not because she didn't work hard, but because she was probably too afraid to charge more. And every year that she waits, that number gets bigger. So what do you do with this information? First, it's the end of the year. So you commit to stop making decisions based on fear. You stop asking, what if I lose clients? And you start asking, what am I losing by staying here? Number 2, you calculate your own numbers. I want you to pause this video right now and let's just do the math for yourself. So let's map out number 1. What is your most common service? Is it extension, single process, balayage, cut and style? Number 2, what do you charge for it right now? Number 3, how many of those services do you do per week on average? Number 4, how many weeks did you work this year? Now ask yourself, if I raise that service by just 20 to $50, what would that add up over a year? Do the math, write it down, because that number, that's what staying safe is costing you. And last, because I know that you're thinking about this, make a game plan for 2026. You don't have to jump from $200 to $300 overnight, but you do need to start moving. And so here's what that might look like. So number 1, an option is raise your prices across the board by 20 to $50 in January. Notify your existing clients in 30 days, give them advance notice. New clients can pay the new rate immediately. Option 2, keep your legacy clients at their current rate for now, but all new clients coming in after January 1st pay the new pricing. Option 3, create a premium version of your signature service. Maybe it includes a scalp treatment, a gloss, or extended time, and price it at the level that you should be charging. Test it. See how it feels. Build your confidence. The specifics don't matter as much as your decision to stop staying the same. The decision to stop leaving money on the table, the decision to stop undervaluing yourself, the decision to build a business that actually supports the life that you want. And so here's the question that I want to leave you with in December. What would you have done with an extra $36,000 this year? Or better yet, what would you do with an extra $36,000 in 2026? Would you, for example, finally take that trip to Italy that you've been dreaming about? Would you pay off your car or your student loans? Would you put a down payment on a house? Would you hire a VA or an assistant so you're not doing everything alone? Would you build a 6-month emergency fund so that you could finally breathe? Would you invest in your next level in coaching or mentorship or education that you really wanted to? Now, imagine what's possible in 2026 if you stop undercharging and you start pricing like the expert that you already are. Not in 5 years, not when you feel aligned or ready, but actually now. Because here's the thing, you're not gonna feel ready. I gotta be real with you. You are never gonna wake up one day and think, oh my God, I'm 100% confident enough to make all these changes and charge more. Confidence doesn't really come before the decision. It actually comes after and through the process. You raise your prices, you stop apologizing, you see that your clients still show up, and the ones who don't, they honestly weren't your best fit clients anyway. And then 6 months from now, you look back and think, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? And look, it's pretty wild that so many talented stylists are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every single year, thinking that they're not good enough, thinking that it's not gonna work for them because they're too scared to charge what they're actually worth. And you don't have to be one of those people. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You don't have to keep sacrificing your financial security just to keep clients comfortable and people pleasing. And you definitely don't have to stay stuck at the same pricing that you set 3, 5, 7, 10 years ago. You just need the clarity to see what undercharging is actually costing you and a solid plan to raise your prices without the fear and also without the drama. Now, that you've seen the real math behind what staying affordable costs you, you're probably wondering, okay, Ashley, but how do I actually raise my prices without losing everybody? And I cover all of that in How I Make 20K Months as a Hairstylist, so you can just copy me.